Hello there! My name is Eric, and I'm a solo dev creating Shanty Town, a casual city block building game where you create dense urban environments by placing objects one at a time. Today we're going to look at what it takes to make a good Steam page for an indie game.
It's going to be great.
We'll look at my previous game Kainga Seeds of Civilization Steam page, and then how I created a Steam page for my upcoming game Shanty Town. The very first step to having a good Steam page is having a good game.
Well, duh.
It seems silly, but it is important to understand that Steam is just a marketplace that grants players access to your game, but will not sell your game for you. So your game has to look good too. Get your game into a presentable, marketable state before spending time on your Steam page. In my mind, there are three things to focus on when making a Steam page: clarity, variety, and excitement. And there's three main areas to focus those efforts on: the trailer, the screenshots, and the mini description, in that order. You still have to take the time to do the rest, and do it well, but rarely is a user convinced by what goes on down here. For clarity, it should be abundantly clear what the game is and how you'll be playing it. Setting expectations is key to getting positive reviews from buyers. As I mentioned in a previous devlog, I had a rocky launch in my first game Kainga because I labeled it as a city builder, so players were expecting something more like this rather than what it actually is. For variety, you want to show that there's a decent amount of content. No two screenshots should look the same at a glance. For Kainga, I tried to make sure there was unique biomes, ambience, colors, and scenes taking place in every image and scene of the trailer. For excitement, you have to answer the question, why would I play this game? Most Steam users already have massive libraries, and there are some 10 out of 10 free games out there, so why should they spend their time on yours? This answer will depend on your game, but for me, I try to invite players to experience something unusual, so I create maps, mechanics, and situations that haven't been seen in the game's genre before. To be honest, you should know the answer to this question before you make your game. With over 1,000 games coming out every month on Steam, it's important to take your time to make a quality Steam page. So let's now take a look at what I did for Shanty Town in these three main areas, and then we'll look at other areas of note. The trailer is the most important piece of content here, as it's what people notice first, and it should have the most punch. Focus your excitement here. For this, I was actually at a bit of a crossroads. I don't want to do a full announcement trailer as I'd like to save that for a bigger marketing beat, so I made a smaller teaser trailer. My plan was to make it about 30 seconds long, but it ended up being a minute. I like to split my trailer into 4 equal sections: reveal, expand, build up, and showcase. With roughly the intensity and the amount you should show looking something like this, with the most exciting parts at the start and the end. Shanty Town is a cozy, casual game, so I didn't want to start with an explosion for the reveal and settled for a world-building sunrise to symbolize the start of something new and setting the tone for something unusual at the same time. A few hot tips. Don't start your trailer with a fade to black because some shareable thumbnails will be all black. Also, don't show your game name or your studio name in the start. A lot of great trailers do this, but those are from recognizable brands. It's just a waste of time, and the first 10 seconds is actually the most important. For the expand section, I like to show how the game is actually played. These are the moment-to-moment actions, and in this case, choosing, rotating, and placing objects. Then, for the build-up, I increase the speed and show what the purpose of the game is, and that is the diorama that we're trying to create. Along with the photo mechanic that signifies the completion. For the final section, showcase, I usually just show a lot of scenes with variety in the game. I don't yet have a lot of variety in Shanty Town, which I'll talk about later, so I did as good as I could. And here's the whole teaser trailer. I didn't spend too much time on it, but it gets the job done. I believe it has clarity, variety, and excitement. For the screenshots, this is a great opportunity to show variety. As I mentioned in the last devlog, I only have 1 out of 3 regions completed, so there's not as much variety as I would like, but regardless, I try to pick screenshots that have unique color, content, and focus. While making a Steam page, you also have to make a bunch of library content in very specific sizes, including headers, backgrounds, heroes, library images, icons, and capsules. As you can see, for these, I didn't go for variety and instead went for consistency to be recognizable from all parts of the Steam page. The thumbnail of your game is also very important for discoverability on Steam, so it has to be catchy, recognizable, interesting, and show the game very clearly. Looking at this now, this is a bit too dark, so I've marked it to be redone. This capsule and the key art is worth hiring a professional artist to paint. For my last game, Kainga, I hand drew the key art myself, and I think it looks great, but compared to other games, it does look a bit amateur, so this time I'll be hiring out for Shanty Town's key art.
Let this brush dance and play and have fun.
The last part to focus on is the description, and this is where a lot of the clarity should shine. Try to detail exactly how the game plays and what players should expect in as few words as possible. You'll find yourself writing a small description of your game over and over, so come back to this as you get better at it. Directly below that is your tags. People don't tend to look at them, but they're extremely important. Take your time to get these right. Here's another hot tip. If you do your tags right, at the bottom of the page you should see your direct competition. If you see games that are not even in your genre, you've done something wrong. Finally, I recommend adding some GIFs on your page's description to make it a bit more lively. These GIFs are outdated, but they still do the job for now.
It's an older GIF, but it checks out.
And that's it for your Steam page.
Wow.
Over the next few months, I'll keep it updated and looking as fresh as possible. As for the game's development, the game has really come together now, and I'm currently setting up Steam's new playtesting system. So if you're interested in being one of the first people to try Shantytown and share feedback, make sure you wishlist the game on my souped up Steam page. I'll put the link in the description below. Until next time, have a great day.